Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Casper. Yesterday I did the uranium recap. Take a look at that one, but today we will only look at the miners. It's been roughly 2 weeks since we did this, and a lot of stuff has happened for the past 2 weeks. So let's dive straight into it. As always, subscribe to the channel, YouTube, Twitter, leave a comment below, anything. And yeah, we will keep in touch through the comments and through Twitter. So, uranium miners only. We have a list. Let's go straight into it. If I have forgotten a stock that you would like to have on, let me know, and maybe I will add it into the mix of things. Good. u.un. I covered this one yesterday, but still, it's a fantastic long-term chart. Here it is. As roughly just below the $20 zone for the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. And look at what we're doing right now. We are just blasting through to the upside here. We might have some minor resistance at the 20, but still, this right here, there's nothing bearish about it. And once we clear that one, maybe break out to the retesting, then we're going in for the all-time highs, which is 2x from here, basically. Absolutely fantastic chart. Again, u.un is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. So when they break above the 20, which I have mentioned plenty of times, that's also where they will start to buy. And I think we are actually just around 0% NAV, So we have recovered like 12, 15%. And now we are almost ready to buy again at the $20 level. Perfect. What's also perfect is mega uranium, the triple bottom we have here, and the long-term trend line coming there. Zooming in here, this is beautiful. We did the breakout here above the 30 weekly, above the falling wedge or the bull flag, and now we are above that long green was spread. Now it's green because we could see here it was resistance. Now we have broken through, so now that is support. Beautiful. And I think we're going all the way up here in the short term to that line at 0.4, and then we will see if we can blast through that one. But this is beautiful. Nothing bearish about this one at all. Maybe one bearish thing is we are kind of overbought here, both on the weekly and on the daily, but still you get overbought very quickly when you're breaking out of such a long squeeze here. You get overbought instantly. So you shouldn't take that into just have it in the back of your head, basically, but still. Next gen energy. Support here at the pivot high from 2017. You can see it act as support all the way, barely got there once again. The highs, and then we clearly broke out from this, again, quite similar to the mega. We broke out of that zone right there. You can see all the interactions coming across right here, holding, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, almost resistance, and now we have clearly broken out above the 30 weekly. Volume was very nice upon the breakout here from last week, 2x on the weekly. Beautiful. Beautiful. BSK, Blue Sky Uranium. This is the structure, a 10-year long wedge here, and we tagged it, and now we are just waiting to break out above that blue falling wedge, in my view. The false breakdown down to tagging that long-term trend line, and now we are doing like this, in my view. So when we do it, if we do it, we will take out the upper blue resistance trend line and also the 30 weekly, which is coming down sharply here. So this looks absolutely amazing for Blue Sky as well. Again, we have to confirm it, but this is the start of something big, I think, for Blue Sky. Again, we need to have it confirmed. Here we have ISO energy. One big run up here from the lows all the way up into a beautiful bull flag. And what is happening now this week? We are breaking out above the 30 weekly, which will also start to curl up here. This is beautiful. I'll just leave it there. Beautiful breakout on ISO. Here we have LTBR, the light bridge. What has me concerned is, first off, the chart is pretty messy. You can see here it's all over the place. But if we don't add any specific lines here, this drop here for the past 2 to 4 weeks, why does that happen when the overall uranium market is so bullish? So I don't know exactly why. Maybe there's someone knows, but this to me it doesn't seem right in my view. But anyways, I think there is someone who mentioned that it has very, very low float. So, anyone buying or selling will move the price insanely quickly. But yeah, it's a bit messy to me, that one. What is not messy, just going to move. Maybe I should have done that before. Let me just pause it so I can turn back. And I'm back. Just cleaned up all the charts more or less. Encore energy still looking beautiful. Let's remove the uptrend there so it gets a bit of visual for you guys. There it is. There it is. Okay. Again, Encore energy looks fantastic. The breakout here, the retesting, and now the resumption. So, and we have the inverted head and shoulders neckline at 3.8. When this one triggers short term, we are going up to 6. So up to these highs here. That makes total sense. Makes total sense. Beautiful chart as well. You can see here. There's nothing more to add, basically, in my view, for this one. Looks beautiful. Denison Mines. Look at this one here. Long term. Long term. The highs back from 07. The tag here, and now we're in a bull flag, but we have broken out to the upside. Right there. Beautiful. Don't do anything here. Just sit tight and be right until proven otherwise. I will try to do my best, to tell you if I think the thesis is wrong. But for now, everything looks according to plan. Cameco is just blasting higher. You can see the move here. I think the move we're seeing here is some sort of blow off top for this move, not the overall long term, but for this move. It has been very strong. And right now, the path of least resistance is the all-time high at 60, where we will pause. That's my take. You can see we're getting stretched from the 30 weekly and so on. So I think, and also overbought. Again, I don't use the RSI that often, but still here in this case, I could argue that I think we will reach the all-time high in some way, and then we will pause. All right. Can Alaska, but don't get me wrong, this is a massive move, very, very strong. Compared to all the other miners and so on, this one has just been from the bottom of 2020. It has just been a one-way street basically to 50. So from $7 to 50 in like 3 years. Amazing, absolutely stunning. Can Alaska, right here. There it is, the big golden trend line, falling wedge right here, breaking to the upside above the 30 weekly, which is still sloping down a bit. So it's still dragging the price down. But anyways, this is a clean cut, and I expect some sort of bull flag here. Again, it looks fantastic. Denison Mines, we cleared this one here, the yellow rail, and we have broken out. We have some shoulder highs resistance here at 1.5, but again, that is a clean breakout, and just sit back and enjoy it until, yeah, proven otherwise. But this is beautiful. Ideally, again, we want to take out the shoulder highs to negate that overall head and shoulder patterns. So, but yeah, the trend is up on the weekly, and that is what we want to see. Energy fuels, beautiful. I love this chart more than most of the other miners. Why? Let me show you a bit of history. The highs back in 2007, the first impulse low, then you have a retrace, right? The second impulse low, and then the third, boom, the COVID collapse. You can see the alignment perfectly, more or less, right? So this is a textbook long-term 3 impulse lower lows. And it has also made this inverted head and shoulders right here. You have the neckline at 13. And now we are breaking up here from that squeeze right there, the 3-year long consolidation. Again, we have the head and shoulders, so we need to take out the shoulder highs at 10.5. But this is the clean cut, in my view, that breakout right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this neckline, again, if it triggers, I know it's a very high measured move, but let's do it anyway. It's not to do anything, chart porn or anything. It's just to show you on the log scale the potential of that move right here, this formation right here, the falling wedge, big overall macro inverted head and shoulders, and we are currently at 10, and it points to 150. It sounds big, but again, yeah, I don't know. It sounds big. It will only make it a $15 billion company, and in this day and age, 15 billion, it's nothing, right? Again, if this plays out, I will be a happy man. This is one of my larger positions in my portfolio. Am I right? Maybe I'll gladly take half if we get there again. The $80 level is also kind of a big resistance, the Fukushima incident right here. So maybe we're taking profit when we get there. But again, energy fuels looks stunning. Also stunning is the FCU, the fission uranium, still in its overall bull flag right here. You can see it again. Also, we have the first low, the second low, and the third lower low right there. So the bull flag from a textbook point of view is complete and should break to the upside here. Also, the third wave came into the green support again, and then we bounced right off it. Beautiful. We did take out the more the internal trend line there, and ever since we have just been a one-way street. Very overbought on the daily, but again, you can see we are pounding against that pivot low there at 0.8, give or take 0.77, and I think we'll take it out today if nothing major happens in the overall market. Looks amazing. Find also, this is only a two-line chart. I like to call it, because all this here is kind of messy, but still the squeeze is there. The breakout from the 30 weekly, and we are going higher. We are going higher. You can see the same thing again. First impulse, second impulse, third. So look for those, triangles where you have the impulses. Beautiful. Forces metals, also from a long-term perspective, you have amazing potential here. This at 0.3, that was a big level. That was your inverted head and shoulders. And then we broke out, came into that long-term golden trend line here, and we couldn't quite break it. And ever since, we have just been in a bull flag. Let me show you again. First lower low, second lower low, third, while we're touching the neckline of that head and shoulders. That's very, very beautiful price action overall. Again, and now we are at the upper end of that bull flag, right here, right now. We're up to 30 weekly. The volume is coming in. The momentum is coming in. Stunning. Stunning chart in my view. FUU also a somewhat big position that I have, but still not the biggest. Again, long-term, stunning chart as well. Let me show you why. Again, the blue neckline, you have it right there across at 0.3. There it is, inverted head and shoulders. The pits are there. Zooming in, what has happened quite recently, just to give you some, you have this massive move here above the neckline, retesting, and up into the bull flag. And let me show you again. 1, 2, and the third again, retesting that golden trend line. Beautiful. Again, in my view, that's textbook. This is what I'm looking at all the time. Where you have the third that aligns up with something previously a major trend line or neckline, whatever. That's beautiful. And then ever since, all the way up the breakout, a bit deep of a retest, depending on how you draw the line. But again, FUU long term is going way up. There it is. Let me show you. The inverted head and shoulders target is 3.3. We are at 0.4. So keep that in mind when this, it has triggered and we have confirmed the neckline. So very high odds, you have a target there. You can overshoot, of course, but that's the measured move. Beautiful. Beautiful. What's not so beautiful is obviously the global atomic. Again, we are trying to find some sort of bottom pause here from the big breakdown from that bull flag. Again, we are very stretched from the 30 weekly, which is up here. So I'm not saying that it can't go lower, but I'm saying for now, it looks like we have a pause. But it has a long way to undo all this damage right here. And it will not do a V-shape unless we get some sort of quick recovery in Niger. You will not see a V-shape. You will probably see the next 2 quarters just trying to build a reversal here. If not, then it rolls over, and then you have the next support here. So that's global atomic for you. I also have a position in global atomic, so I'm feeling it with you guys. So don't get me wrong. GoVX looks better. It's also a part of the Niger situation, but still, we looked at this one here. It held, and now we're trying to get back above that falling wedge. The green gap held, and the lower trend line held as well. So that's quite nice. What's also very nice, actually, one of the better setups that I have, and why this is Laramid Resources, LAM. What I'm seeing is basically this, that's a major cup in the making, in my view. I draw it quite quickly, but you get the idea. What's happening now for LAM is that we had the breakout here last week. Beautiful, above the 30 weekly, which is coming up now. Beautiful. Again, let me show you again. This is the top right. What do we have? 1, and we have a 2, and we have a 3. Again, look for these bull flags or triangles where you have the 3 lower lows. And if they are on a line, that's a low, that's low, that's a low, then this you touch here. But anyway, then it's more textbook. This one doesn't have that. But nonetheless, you have the 3 lower lows and the breakout. So beautiful. Okay, my daughter just woke up, so she will be in the background. So if you can hear any strange noises, that's her. Very quickly wrapping up here, LEU, Centrus Energy. That one is broken, retested, and now we're fighting that one right here. Breaking out of that long-term, longer-ish gold trend line. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. SMR, want to show you, we are at the bottom of this trend channel. Is it a buy? I don't know. Again, I'm getting very bullish when we get above 8, but we were quite stretched from the 30 weekly. So beautiful here on Sky Harbor, the breakout of that squeeze right there. You have the big one here at 0.7. There it is, and we are breaking out right now. That's a massive breakout for Sky Harbor. Energy Fuels continues to rip after the break of that one. Beautiful, all the way up here. Long term, it looks fantastic. And we are going to take out the highs here at some point in time for UEC. Looks amazing. It really does. URG, again, yeah, say the same thing over and over again. There it is. There's the break. The 30 weekly is slowly turning up here again. That was the break of that falling, 1, 2, 3, again, beautiful. And we are off to the races right now. Stunning. UUU, we have looked at that one, so I will not go into that one. Let's look at our equal weighted ETF that we created, right? We are just banging it after the breakout here. Slowly, the 30 weekly is coming up. This is beautiful. Taking out the highs here. I assume we are pretty stretched, but again, this is nice, very nice. Any pullback should be bought in my view, and the pullbacks will come, and they will be deep as well. You can see here the pullbacks that we had here, for example, 30%, 30%, 35, and then we have, of course, the overall here at 60%, all the way down to the bottom there. So buying the dips here, and the dips, I don't mean the 5%, I mean like 20, 30%. You should do fantastic on the way up. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if I missed some charts, again, the Australian stocks, I do in another video on a weekly basis, so I will not go through Paladin and Bannerman and so on. But the overall stocks in Canada and the US looks very, very bullish. Look at this one, green all over last day. I love it. If you like what you see, give me that subscription. Also, the comments as always. What are your thoughts? Do you see the same as I do, or am I just completely biased on uranium? Let's have a great day, everyone, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.